Hello, good afternoon and welcome. Yes, we are live from the O2 Blue Room right outside Twickenham Stadium, where a little later on this afternoon, England will take on the might of Scotland. This afternoon I'm joined by England and Bath, second row. Dave Attwood, everyone. A true gentleman. That's what you are, Dave. A true gentleman.
That's very civilised of you.
Yeah, no, it's no problem whatsoever. Now, earlier on in the stadium, Dave and I tried to get to grips with the Calcutta Cup. That's what we're playing for today.
All right, thanks, Vern. Yes, that's right. Here we are, pitch side at the home of England Rugby at Twickenham. It's Scotland versus England. Lots of different elements in the equation today, Dave. It's the Calcutta Cup.
Yeah.
But more importantly, most important than any of that is the fact that if England beat Scotland today, we win the Six Nations again.
Yeah, that's the main thing.
How are the players feeling right now?
Oh, so excited. I mean, against Scotland is about as big as any kind of home fixture gets. It's the oldest fixture. Scotland are chomping at the bit. They've had a great Six Nations and they've been on the hiding from England for years now.
Right, well, let's walk up because the Calcutta Cup is right up those stairs. Let's go and have a look at it. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. So here we are, Dave. This is the Calcutta Cup. That's what we're playing for today. We're in the Royal Box, and if I just look down, we've got His Royal Highness Prince Henry of Wales, and then here we've got His Royal Highness Princess Royal. So big audience today, and it's a big game. Tell us why this game is so huge today, Dave.
Well, there's a huge history to this game. It's pretty much the oldest international fixture, and it's a very, very prestigious one. And it's one quite proudly England have held for 33, 34 years now. So Scotland desperate to try and turn the tide there, use the momentum of their last few victorious outings in the Six Nations. But I'm pretty confident this England team is going to stem that.
You say that, but there's also amongst people that we've spoken to before this chat, there's a lot of people saying that, you know, Scotland could quite possibly pull it out the bag. They beat Ireland and they beat Wales as well with great, strong performances. What have England got to do to counteract everything that Scotland throw at them? Well,
they've been playing well, and credit to the Scots. They've done a huge amount of work this season. I'm just not sure they've got enough to stop this England machine. It's very methodical. They haven't played well this Six Nations, but they're an unbelievably tight outfit. Even with late disruption this week, Owen Farrell, will he play, won't he play? They are a very dangerous team. They're lethal, particularly here at home, and it's going to be such a big ask for Scotland to try and roll it out.
Do you think it's time that England flick that switch and put in that performance that everyone knows that team can achieve?
It would be nice for England to dispatch Scotland today in style.
All right, Vern, back to you.
Yeah, yes, you're right, Dave. It is Her Royal Highness.
Yes, yeah, definitely her, not his.
Yes. So there you go. That was the Calcutta Cup, and that's what we're playing for today. That's what England and Scotland are playing for today. But not only that, with last night's result, if England are victorious today, they will win their second Six Nations on the bounce. Now, as a team, Dave, you sat on the bus, you've got your headphones on, you're going into the locker room, you're going to get changed, you're going to put on your England shirt. Do all those little elements play in your mind when you're getting ready to take on such a big, the on-form team at the moment that are Scotland?
Yes, yeah, I think so. Certainly all week the guys are going to be thinking about the ramifications of this game, the kind of the England winning streak, the Six Nations, and the result last night is going to add fuel to that fire. But by the time the guys get on the bus, by the time they get into the changing room, they'll be focused very much on the little roles that they've got to play in today's game.
No, there's a lot of talk of the Vunipola brothers coming back. That's going to give us an edge because anyone who likes rugby or anyone who even knows about rugby just a little bit will know that if you've got one of those two in the middle of the field, they run the rock and they run it hard.
It's unfair, isn't it?
I
remember
really
watching them. They came from nearby me and they were playing schoolboy rugby and they were just as big as they are now. It's unfair. Like you said earlier, you pick them straight away. Pick number one.
But when you're the opposition and you see that England will have them on the bench, do you have to change your game plan? You say, listen, lads, when they come on, we need to do this.
They certainly, if they were going to start, you would definitely focus on that. I think coming off the bench, they're going to add a huge dynamic to the game, and hopefully Scotland won't be very well prepared for it. They'll try and pay attention, but they won't draw too much focus onto those guys. But because of that, hopefully when they get on the field, they'll find some space, cause a bit of damage, and that'll free up some space for the quick guys out wide.
All right, we'll go to your questions that you've sent in on this Facebook Live post in just a second. But if you're England, what do you look for from Scotland? And if you're Scotland, what do you look for from England?
Scotland have been very good on the counter-attack, and their defence has been phenomenal so far, the Six Nations. They've been very aggressive, they've got off the line, and they made a very, very good Ireland team look average. They did wonderful things in the showing against Wales as well. England traditionally have a very good defence. It's the only thing that's really fired for them this weekend. So this Six Nations, so they'll be going really, really aggressively with that. They'll be hoping that their strike players, off of some good set-piece ball, will cause some havoc in the defensive line for Scotland. But Scotland, if they get an opportunity, they need to be clinical. Every time they get a sniff and they don't take it, England will take another 10, another 20 metres, and that's going to let the game slip away from Scotland very quickly. So England need to be aggressive, but Scotland need to be really clinical.
And two very athletic teams going head-to-head this afternoon. And bearing that in mind, it's a beautiful day out there. Temperature's a lot warmer than we have played at Twickenham in the past in this Six Nations tournament. Is that going to make a difference?
I think it hopefully will bode for a great game of rugby. Hopefully England will kind of smash Scotland up front and then pull away with it a little bit, obviously as an Englishman. I think obviously Hoggy's going to be looking at this weather, and it's going to be a great day for him. But Jonathan Joseph's the one to watch for me today. With this good weather, his quick feet, he's going to be creating space, and he's someone you do not want to be defending against on a day like this. All
right, let's go to your questions. But just a quick heads up, England's women are winning 50-0 with less than 50-0 with less than 10 minutes to go at the stoop. And it's 57-0. Thank you very much. I've just been told. 57-0. Kay Wilson has scored 6 tries, which is a women's record.
Fair play. Congratulations so far for those guys. That's outstanding.
That's absolutely awesome. Well, let's get to your questions. Dom Stokes from Barnsley, who's here in the blue room. All the way from Barnsley. All the way at the back. Who's the toughest player you've ever played against? And the toughest player you've ever played with?
Against was former England and Bath second row Danny Grucock. I'm sure most people know he's been red carded on every England tour he ever went it on. He's a black belt in karate. He's also eaten a live pig. He's just a horrible, aggressive, strong man, and he tore me apart when I got my very first Premiership appearance. He was my opposition back then, and he fully tore me apart.
All right, fair enough. Thank you, Dom Stokes, for your question. Next one, Gemma Thompson on Facebook. What impact will Billy and Mako have, and the rest of the bench later on today? We talked about Billy and Mako, but let's talk about the finishers.
Well,
they've had a massive impact throughout the Six Nations.
And really, if you look at the story of this Six Nations for England, the guys off the bench, how Eddie calls them the finishers, they've actually performed as well as anyone in this Six Nations tournament. They've won games for England by the skin of their teeth, and they've generally come on, they've raised the tempo, they've raised the bar. So again today, if there's a little bit of stagnation out there, a little bit of kick tennis and things not really going England's way, then those guys are going to come off the bench, and they're hopefully going to have a huge impact and starting to rock Scotland.
A lot of people in the rugby media are saying that as an opponent of England, you've got to worry about the fact that the finishers, when they come on, they're just as strong, if not stronger, than the starting team.
Yeah, I think historically people have always been a bit concerned about when you bring subs on, because often they can disrupt the flow of the game. It takes them a little while to get up to speed with what's going on. But something that Eddie's brought in is the ability for guys off the bench to fit seamlessly into what's going on, and that's been really effective throughout this kind of winning run by England under Eddie Jones. They've been really, really effective, have come straight off the bench, got straight on with business and done really good things.
And you see that in all sports, don't you? It's about the depth of squad.
Yes, it's huge. Having that many quality players that England have got at the minute is really helping their kind of aspirations.
All right, here's one from Mark Worth from Devon. Your Lions second row pairing, please.
Well, I think probably Maro Itoje and myself.
OK, fair enough. Big reaction in the blue room. Tom from Grantham says, favourite set piece?
Oh, I love a scrum. I love a scrum. Lovely.
I think you've got to be a different animal to give that answer, haven't you? Oh, I love scrubbing. I love getting stuck in.
I love whacking my face into someone's bum.
And that's what you get when you're live on Facebook. eating live pigs and whacking your face into someone's bum. At the moment, the current score of the ladies over at the stoop is what? Oh, it's finished. It's 64-0.
Hey, go on the girls.
Did they turn up? 64-0. Well done, ladies. Congratulations. Paul Keane in Bristol says, do you think Bristol will be relegated from the Premiership?
Unfortunately, desperately unfortunately, because I've been waiting for Bristol to get promoted so that I could play against my hometown, and I've been injured every time that we've played them, 4 times so far this year, and it looks very much like they're getting relegated now, so I'm going to have to wait a bit longer.
Oh, never mind. I can think of some drinking games we can have whilst you're waiting.
Yes, 4 years of drinking games.
Yeah. Dave is an absolute gentleman. He really is. An awesome fella to spend time with. Ladies and gentlemen, I think you'll agree. Thank you very much for watching us live on Facebook. Enjoy the game. And remember, after the game, we're going to be right back here, straight after the game, with 3 players who will have taken part in the mammoth competition that is England at home at Twickenham versus the might of the on-form Scotland. We'll see you then.